Welcome on in. My name is Denay of the Sacred Lotus Temple. This morning we are jumping right back into our class on spiritual and psychic development. Today we'll be talking about the basics of meditation, quieting the mind, and grounding exercises, and then we'll jump into the auras and the chakras, understanding and balancing the energy centers. Okay, I hope everyone is having an amazing week so far. Jupiter is finally direct. If you're interested in learning how to use Jupiter now going direct, and manifesting on your most wanted desires, right? By using Gemini. Check out my most recent post here on TikTok, okay? So it's basically talking about how while Jupiter is direct in Gemini, you can use Gemini's placement in whichever house it's ruling in your natal chart in order for you to use Mercury's power of intention, communication, and strategy, and Jupiter's direct motion for expansion, confidence, and divine timing, right? Because Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, so you can use those things to help you with manifesting. So go ahead and check out my latest post. If you want to know how you can use Gemini in your natal chart to manifest all that you want, then go ahead and watch my latest post. Put in your rising sign in the comments, and then I'll share with you how to do that. Okay? All right, let's jump into this class. I know that I'm seeing some people sending in their questions. I really appreciate that. But let's jump into the class. We're talking about basics of meditation and auras and chakras. Okay, this is module 2 for spiritual and psychic development. All right, so the objective is to learn how to quiet the mind and to become grounded. This is foundational with all spiritual and psychic practices. You can't, it is, I'll say this, if you are not grounded and your mind is not in tune, like, it could be harmful because you're flighty, you're not grounded, right? It means that you are not secure. It means that you could be unable to control, right, your energies that are going out, the energies that are coming in. It'll leave you open to forces seen and unseen that can have an effect on you, right? It can cloud your judgment. It can cause you to receive information that is lacking in truth, right? It can be an illusion, okay? And you don't want to subject yourself to tricksters, alrighty? Hey, Red, welcome on in. Thank you for joining me today. So let's go ahead and talk about quieting the mind and why it's important, okay? Quieting the mind is going to help eliminate all of the mental chatter. If you are someone who thinks a lot, or you find yourself that your mind races, begin with the process of trying to quiet your mind. And in doing so, you'll create a receptive state for intuitive insights and spiritual connections. Techniques that you can do include breath awareness, which is where you focus on deep, slow breathing to calm the nervous system. You can even do a breathing technique where you inhale for 4 seconds through your nose, hold it for 7 seconds, and then exhale it, for 8 seconds, or counts, right? So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, hold it for 7 counts, exhale it for 8 counts. You may also want to include using some type of mantra or affirmation, such as I am calm, I am present, I am centered. And this is going to help you anchor your mind so that it's, instead of it, if you were looking at the waves, instead of the waves being like this, it's going to be calm. Okay. You may also try body scanning. So this is where you focus on a specific body part and you release any tension as you go. So if you wanted to focus on, let's just start with let's just say your hands, and just put all of your intention. You may even want to look at your hands or close your eyes and focus all of your intention on your hands. How do they feel? Are they cold? Are they hot? Are they tingling? Are they sweating? Focus your attention on one part of your body in order to release the tension that may be there. Maybe you're feeling some tension in your knees, your feet, whatever. Focus your Focus your attention on specific body parts in order to release the tension, okay? A practical exercise that you can do is you literally can walk yourself through your own guided meditation where you're basically imagining yourself sitting in a quiet space, focusing only on your breath, and with every exhale, you let go of tension or any type of distracting thoughts. And I'll share this with you that when it comes to meditation, it does take a lot of practice, okay? And, someone just walked in. My ears just literally shifted. Like the pressure in the room even changed. Sorry, they're still ringing. I'm gonna let it take its course because it may be a download. Okay, thank you for your patience. All right, so as I was saying, imagine yourself sitting in a quiet space, focusing only on your breath, okay? And with every exhale, you're going to let go of any type of tension or distracting thoughts. Maybe you have been hyper-focused on something. Maybe you're having a lot of limiting beliefs and you want to release those things. Then you can imagine those things being released with your exhales, okay? Again, practicing the 4-7-8 method is one of my favorites, where you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 7, and then exhale at 8 counts, okay? Not seconds, counts, because everyone's second is different, but so base it off of how you count. The faster you can make it go as fast or as slow, right? As slow as you want it to be. So let's practice really quick that method or that technique, 4-7-8. As I said, it's 4 counts, 7 counts, 8 counts. It can be as fast as you want it to be, as slow as you want it to be, but don't make yourself pass out, right? So inhale for 4. Again, inhale for 4 counts, hold it for 7 counts, and then exhale for 8 counts. Let's try that again. And so you may be able to feel that your brain kind of shut down a little bit. It kind of got quiet, not shut down. It got quiet, calmed down a little bit. And this is because what you're actually doing is you're forcing your brain to focus on the fact that you are not breathing. Okay? And so now it's putting all of its energy into your lungs to try to get you to breathe again. All right? So let's try that one more time. All right, let's inhale, hold, and then exhale. And on that time, I don't know if y'all felt that, but I could like feel my heart was like relaxing. I could literally hear it beating, and I could feel it like trying to figure out what's going on. Why aren't we breathing? Right? So a grounding exercise that will help you to feel stable and connected to the earth's energy and can prevent you from feeling like spaced out or like flighty and like all carrying on and wavy. Okay. One of the techniques is visualization. So you may imagine roots. If you're standing up, you're imagining roots growing from the bottom of your feet. If you're sitting down, you're growing the roots like from your tailbone or your root chakra. Okay? And then you'll imagine that these roots are growing into the earth and they're anchoring you securely. You may even want to take it so far as to, visualize that there's a huge boulder in the ground and you're wrapping your roots around the boulder. You might even want to go a little bit farther and go to the center of the earth, right? And anchor it to something that's there in the center of the earth. Whether if you believe that there's another world in the center of the earth or if there's just magma, right? Anchor your roots to that space. You can also practice physical grounding where you're basically just walking barefoot on the earth. Whether if you're at the beach, you're at a park, maybe you just go outside to your front yard or your backyard and just stand with your feet in the earth. Okay. You can also then focus your mind and visualize again the roots coming from your feet. Okay, growing from your feet, anchoring itself into the earth. Another thing that you can use for your grounding is to use crystals or stones such as black tourmaline or hematite. You may also want to use smoky quartz, shungite, obsidian, red jasper, petrified wood, moss agate, agate, moss, M-O-S-S, moss agate, tiger's eye, garnet, bronzite, numite, or labradorite. Okay? I personally prefer smoky quartz. I like using smoky quartz. I find it's a little bit stronger. It also transmutes negative energy really well. And it keeps you balanced and rooted. Also, it helps if you're using other crystals. Say if, like for me, I also use moldavite, which isn't really a crystal, but that's a topic for another day. I work with moldavite, and so using the smoky quartz helps me stay grounded and not as flighty while using the moldavite, because the moldavite is kind of like it like raises you super, super high. Hey May, welcome on in. It'll have you like just really open. Moldavite will have you just open, and the openness allows for things that you may be working on to go a bit quicker. It's just like quick, sudden, immediate workings, right? Moldavite is one of my favorites. A practical exercise that you could do as well is picture yourself as a tree with your feet growing the roots deep into the earth, drawing up energy that centers and balances you. So this is basically you visualizing that you are a tree and you are literally sucking up the energy of the earth into your body through your roots. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments about any of this. I don't want to keep y'all too long today, so that's why we're only going through 2 parts of this week's module. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining the class on spiritual and psychic development. I really appreciate y'all being here. Does anyone have any questions about grounding yourself, about the importance of quieting your mind? Any of that? Let me know. Just put your question in the comments section and I'll respond. All right, and now let's talk about auras and chakras and understanding balancing your energy centers. How do you quiet your mind? So one of the things that I was discussing earlier that you can do is practice a technique called the 4-7-8 method, where you will breathe in through your nose at a count of 4, hold it at a count of 7, and then exhale at a count of 8. And it'll help you quiet your mind. Even if you're not necessarily trying to meditate, maybe you're just overthinking something. Maybe you're trying to go to bed and your brain just won't stop, right? We've all experienced that before, right? Try that. Do it a couple of times and it'll help quiet your mind and focus. Okay? And I had mentioned that this happens because now your brain has to focus on the fact that you're not breathing. And so it's trying to, conserve all of your body's energy in order to get more oxygen into your lungs. Okay? Does it make sense? So the auras and the chakras, understanding and balancing energy centers. Okay? Now, the aura, right, is your human energy field. And then the chakras are where the energy comes from. Okay? So we're going to talk about how to maintain balance in that specific energy system. So let me kind of show y'all 2 things. It's kind of like a combination of the auras. I know with my tongue it sounds weird. And the chakras. So let's look at these 2 diagrams really quickly, showing the electromagnetic energy field surrounding a person. And this is going to reflect your emotional, physical, and spiritual state. Okay? So this is just kind of like a showing. Do you guys see that? This is like a diagram of your aura, showing you how the energy comes in and out of your body, and it's constantly moving, even when you're sleeping. All right, you may be more familiar with how it looks here, with all the different colors based off of your chakras. Okay. Oh, I did not turn the camera around. My bad. Swipe left to close. I do apologize. More. Flip the camera. There we go. That way you guys can read what it says on here. And if you want to take a screenshot, you can. But you guys can find this. It's a quick Google search and you can find this information, okay? So your auras are broken down based off of your chakras. We'll get into that more a little bit. But let's talk about how you can sense your aura. You can use your hands to feel subtle energy fields. And this is really, really cool. This is one of my favorite things, right? What you're going to do is rub your hands together. Get it really nice and toasty. Get it toasty, get it toasty, get it toasty. Fun fact, you also have electrical pulses that come from your feet and your hands. This is why energy healing, like Reiki, is so amazing because you can use your hands to heal people with your own energy. So what you're going to do is just take your hands after you're done, and then put your hands together and see where you can feel kind of like a pushback. I feel mine right here. All right. Some people are really expanded, so they could be all the way out, you know, out here. If you guys could see me. Some people may only feel it here. Some people here, whatever. But I'm right here. You can also expand your energy. You can expand it, you know. For the most part, your electromagnetic field will expand like 6 feet. I think it's very interesting that back during COVID, they wanted everyone to stay 6 feet away. But, you know, I'm a conspiracy kind of girly. They didn't want people to connect. All right. But you can expand your electromagnetic field as far as you want it. 3 houses away, 3 feet away, 6 feet away, 6 miles away. That's something that's really awesome to practice for those of you who are empaths, is expanding to see how far you can feel the energy of your community. Okay, you may also want to observe colors, sensations, or feelings that arise when you're tuning into someone's aura. How can you see what someone's aura is? Have them stand on a white wall, as white as possible, and like stare at their forehead. And see if you can see any colors coming around them. You can also do this with yourself. Hold your hand, you know, up against a wall, preferably white, and see if you can see the colors. And I say white because if it's black, the colors may just get absorbed into the black wall. If it's yellow, if it's a cream color wall, like my walls, right, are cream. But if my aura is yellow, okay, then it will kind of blend in and I wouldn't be able to see it. All right, let's go into the chakras, shall we? There's 7 main energy centers. All right, they're aligned along the spine, up and down the spine. Each one corresponds with a specific aspect of your life. Okay, so you have the crown. That's your spiritual connection. That's up here. Okay, that's also where like your higher self would sit. Your higher self would sit here. And that's what connects to everything else. Okay, there's also the soul star that is above the crown, but we'll only talk about the primary ones, the main ones that everyone knows about. Again, this is a very like beginners friendly class. I'm not going to go too far into everything, but we will in the advanced course. All right, so we have the crown chakra. We have the third eye, which is right here. We have the throat, which is right here. Fun fact, there's also something called the alta major, which is at the nape of the neck. So for those of you who know about like the kitchen, right in the back of your neck, right where your kitchen ends at the back of your neck, that is where the alta major is. And so for those of you who are not familiar with the term, the kitchen and the back of your neck, it's basically just an easy, you know, where your hairline ends at the back of your neck. Okay. So we have the throat, we have the heart, we have the solar plexus, which is like right at your navel, right above your navel. Then there's the sacral chakra that's under that, kind of like where your gut is, right? So where you feel your gut instincts, where your intuition kind of sits. That's your sacral chakra. That's also the creative feminine center. And then there's the root chakra. That's at the base, like at your tailbone where, you know, your private parts are at. And then another chakra, which is called the earth star, I would consider this to be where your feet are, right? Where you connect with the earth. So get where my notes are. All right, so a way to balance your chakras is to imagine or visualize that there's a spinning wheel of light, and visualize it starting at your root chakra, going up your spine. And as it gets to every chakra, it will change the color of the chakra, change the color of that chakra. So let's say you're starting down here, right? This light is going to turn red. Then as it moves up to balance and clear, it turns orange, yellow, green, so forth and so on, all the way up to the purple. Okay? And then then you imagine that this light comes out and then back around. So it's turning the colors of the chakras, but it's going around, like in a, see, like that. It just keeps going like this. And so imagine that light, and so that imagine that light clearing your energetic spaces. You may also want to use different chants, okay? So for each chakra, there is a different chant. Chakra. There is a different chant, and there is a frequency that can help you. So with the first one, the crown chakra, the mantra is Om, O-M. But you would say it in the long form, like A-U-M. So Om, Om, Om. Same with the third eye. And then the throat is Ham. So Hum, hum. The heart is excuse me. The heart is Yam. The solar plexus is Ram. So Yum, Ram. The sacral is Vam, Vam, Vam. And then the root chakra is Lam, Lam. It feels funny when I close my lips because I can feel it vibrating. Frequencies that you can use when you are trying to balance your chakras are, for the crown, it's 963, so 963 hertz. That's the frequency. The third eye, the ajna, is 852. Okay, the frequency is 852. The throat is 741. The heart is 639. The solar plexus is 528. The sacral is 417, and the root is 916. Let me hold up this. What is going on? Let me hold this up. If you guys are interested, you can screenshot it. Take a screenshot. All right. Just a reminder, if you're not able to watch the whole live, or if you're joining me late, you can catch up by watching the replays on YouTube. My YouTube channel is the Sacred Lotus Temple. Thank you to anyone who is watching the replay now. Thank you for watching the replay. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section below. YouTube watchers, put it in the comment section below. Okay. There's also crystals that you can place in the corresponding points to enhance energy flow. And a practical exercise for a cleansing meditation would be the visualization that I shared with you of the lighting of each chakra, lighting up bright, balanced color from root to the crown. Okay. Now, for those of you who have difficulty with visualizing stuff, just a hint, right? A helpful tip, as it were. Look at something and then like have it in your mind and then close your eyes and just remember what it looks like. You don't have to like make everything like super, super difficult where you're just like, okay, I'm going to visualize the apple. But you may have, if you have difficulty with visualizing things, you may have to actually look at an apple, right? And remember what it looks like and practice that way. Again, it does take time. It does take practice. But the more you practice, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, the more you practice, the easier that it gets. I promise you that. All right? So today we talked about the auras. We talked about the chakras. We talked about quieting your mind and grounding practices. It's so, so important for you guys to understand that you are a part of everything and everything is a part of you. Okay, if you're feeling weird, and by weird I mean, you ever have those moments where you just feel like your body is tingling? You may need to like get yourself grounded, okay? If you're just sitting there and it feels like there's just electricity, there's energy just pulsating through you, you may need to get grounded, okay? If you're unable to make a decision, ground yourself. Allow yourself to be in nature. Allow yourself to have the sun on your skin, on your face. The sun heals you. Everything on this earth that was created is for your use and for your sustenance and for your healing. You just have to use it, okay? Everything doesn't require a pill. Sometimes you just need to get out of your house. Sometimes you just need to open up the windows and let some fresh air in. Sometimes you just need to go back to the basics and just walk around barefoot. Okay? Do y'all have any questions about the crystals? About your energy fields? Anything like that? Just let me know in the comments, y'all. I'm here for you. As I said, this class was not going to be too jam-packed with stuff today, because on Friday, we are going to do like a deep dive into the protection techniques. We're going to talk about preparing your body for energy work and channeling. And so I wanted to keep all of that together, but I feel like you guys needed to have time to really practice specifically on meditation and understanding how your energy flows. And you may even want to look into like how your body has an electromagnetic field, so does your heart. Really, all of the chakras have their own thing going on, but in general, right, they all flow up, out, and then back in, just like a big like circle. I guess if you want to think about it, it kind of looks like how, if you've ever seen a diagram of the lungs and how the lungs circulate the air, or excuse me, the oxygen through your body and how it goes into your bloodstream and all of that, it's very, very similar to how your energy flows through your body in that circular motion, and it goes through each and every part of your body. All right. Again, if you wanted to practice and like try to feel your aura, try to feel how expanded you are, where your electromagnetic field lies beyond your body, rub your hands together. Rub your hands together. Pull them apart and then put them close together. And when you feel kind of like, I don't know, it kind of feels like a pushback. It kind of like, it feels like a heaviness. Then that is where your aura is at, how far it expands. Okay? All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. I know today's class was super brief, but that is okay. We do not need to overwhelm ourselves with information all the time. Please remember that you can watch the replay of this class on my YouTube channel, The Sacred Lotus Temple. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember that Jupiter is now direct. Please utilize where Gemini is placed in your natal chart in order for you to manifest, okay? If you need assistance in trying to figure out what that is or what you should do, go to my most recent post here on TikTok and I walk you through the process of how. And if you have any questions or if you just want to know the exact answer, go ahead and put your rising